I've been doing a lot of homework lately, studying thumbnails, analyzing thumbnails, reading and analyzing the trends of what works and what doesn't work across different niches, across different channels. And one thing is just popping out right now. For some reason, the unpolished thumbnails are working. They're the ones built on psychological triggers, trying to get that wait what reaction from the viewer, rather than just over-polished AI slop. I'm going to do one live thumbnail with you that got 4 million views on a brand new channel, and I'll show you how I did it by redoing the entire process from audience research to ideation to execution of that entire thumbnail. So you can come with me and see the entire process and copy it for your own. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so we're gonna begin out with this video. How Japan finally made it impossible to make babies. 4.3 million views on a nearly brand new channel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sixth video on the channel, 4.3 million views. This video worked, and I'm gonna do the entire ideation to execution process from scratch. First things first, script. This is the most important thing, specifically the hook, because here's the thing. The packaging consists of 3 elements: thumbnail, title, hook. The thumbnail and title go together, the hook comes in the end. The thumbnail and title set up the expectation for the video, the hook delivers on that expectation. Cool? Cool. The goal of the thumbnail is to set up the expectations in such a way that once the viewer clicks and reads the hook and is viewing the hook, they don't go off immediately. Because if the thumbnail and title are just not setting up the right expectations, which is then going to be delivered by the hook, retention is going to tank. We don't want that. Hook, let's get into it. Japan's population crisis is urgent. Cool, why is that? Japan just recorded fewer than 700,000 births last year. Japan just recorded fewer than 700,000 births last year. I, as someone who doesn't know socioeconomics or something like these numbers, I don't have anything to compare this in my head. It's like comparing an iPhone 13 mini, which I have, with an iPhone 17 Pro Max. I've used the 17 Pro Max. Everybody knows about the 17 Pro Max. But comparing this to that, it's easier. Comparing this to something with data that I don't even know of, not worth it. So I'm not going to highlight these out. I'm trying to highlight the points out, by the way, the most interesting points in the hook. That's the lowest in their history. That is something that is worth highlightable. Cool. Highlightable. I don't even know if that's a word. And the government is panicking. Cool. We can show the government panicking. Bloody hell. They're spending 25 billion in air to fix this. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Most people blame anime waifus for raising an entire generation of men of culture. Okay, we can have anime waifus in the thumbnail. I don't know how, but we're gonna look at that later. Or herbivore men who have never. Okay, I'm gonna add a comment onto this. Rent a girlfriend. I watch anime. There's an anime called Rent a Girlfriend. I think we might have some posters. We can probably find something related to that. Because pixelated passion projects provide an on-demand affection, drama, and climax. I like this, but I can't think of a way to show it because YouTube will demonetize us if we show those pixelated passion projects. I'm John and I study history. That's not important. Those stories are just like blah, blah, blah. It's a simple math problem. A simple math problem. I'm gonna write Veritasium over here. Because Veritasium does a lot of science and math-based stuff, we can probably just copy one of his thumbnails. Okay, in Japan today, having a family is in Japan today, it's an act of economic suicide. So you are different, you are weird, you are dumb if you have a kid in Japan. That's the first, that's the thing. You're dumb if you have a kid. Again, I am thinking out loud here. I'm not actually formulating thumbnail ideas. Just trying to dump what I can understand, what I can make out of it, so we can filter that later on. And the forces creating, but here's what, there's one specific financial shift happening in Japan right now that, I like this, but I don't find it interesting really. In the next few minutes, we're going to label them as bosses. We'll blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to do the easy thing first. I'm going to look at Veritasium. We're going to go over to his channel and we're going to look at stuff that we can copy. There is this one thumbnail that I really like and I remember me watching that I want to steal. There we go. The equation that will beat Wall Street. This is something that I want to copy. Why? Because it goes with the math problem thing. I'm going to make this a pageless system. There we go. It's a simple math problem that is impossible to solve. This goes with that. So math problem. We can probably make a thumbnail like this, equation on the left, and then baby counter on the right, something like that. Then on, oh, bloody hell. Do not judge me. And now let's take a look at what others have done. Okay. Oh, a graph thumbnail. Japan's population crisis explained. If that's the title, we can do a graph, a before and after graph. Maybe a graph of the US birth rate versus Japan. Maybe a graph of Korean birth rate versus Japan. Now, I would ideally do and show you audience analysis. Because quite frankly, John's channel is flooded with videos. But I won't do that. Especially because when I was working on this video, I didn't have anything to work with. These videos weren't even uploaded. So I'm going to tell you the information John told me before working on the video. The ideal audience that John wants, which we're going to write out right here. Ideal audience that John wanted was 1, men in their late 20s to their 40s, primarily men. Secondly, people interested in sociology or socioeconomic topics. And one last thing, they're Asian. Or not really Asian, Asian American specifically. Because the target audience needs to be American. Simply because RPM is higher in America. That's the obvious answer. Back into this. We're going to go over to Veritasium just once more. I want to scroll and see if we can find something interesting. Ooh. We can't do something. Ooh. We're testing out. Ooh. This is banger. What if we have John over here? Here's the proof as text and then the graph over on the bottom. That's beautiful. Math problem or slash graphs. Okay, I have a couple of ideas saved for that. That's good. The graph can show that's the lowest in their history. Government is panicking. I want to show government panicking. This can also be shown in a graph if we do a money thing, 25 billion. I'm honestly thinking I'm not going to rush this just because I want to rush this. Spending 25 billion in a year to fix this. I'm going to open Pinterest up. Burning money. Ooh. We have potential for this. We can show bills going like this maybe. So one bill like this, one bill like this, one bill like this, and then we can have text 2.3 billion, 1.2 mil, and then we can have 2021, and then 2026, and then 2011. A graph thumbnail, easy to understand. The reason why I'm playing around with these graph thumbnails, it's because it's just simply easy to understand. Cool, let me just open this up. I'm gonna look for Rent-A-Girlfriend posters really quickly. These are all woman-centric and we can't sadly do something. Maybe we search up weak men. This is interesting. I'm just gonna paste this in the Google Doc. Oh, we have a lot of stuff we can work with. See, this thumbnail works great, or this as a thumbnail can be potentially great because we know this guy is watching corn. Why? Image is setting up the mood. And YouTube won't demonetize it because, well, there's nothing explicit about it. Everything is implicit. Herbivore men. I want to look for more herbivore men thing. Herbivore men. I like this. We can do something like this. Ooh. Okay, anime waifus, herbivore men, it's a simple math problem. We've covered all the bases and we're gonna look at this. In Japan today, we have family is an act of suicide for most people. It's an act of suicide for most people. We can literally show suicide. Having a family is for most young people. Odd, let's go with the other idea of you're dumb if you have a kid, so you're the odd one out. Okay, we have a lot we can work with. Odd one out. Now there's a lot of stuff over here. We can, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. We've already pasted that in. This is great. This is great. This is great. Again, I am just copying ideas for later. So when we're filtering out these ideas, we have a lot of options to choose from. This is great. I don't think a metaphor specifically is needed over here. This is very metaphorical. I don't think we need a metaphor to show it, but I'm just pasting this in because, again, I'm thinking out loud. This is a thumbnail. This is already a thumbnail. I'm gonna save this image. I have seen this as a thumbnail before. I'm gonna go over to Google Images. Is there a YouTube video like this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But this is a thumbnail that I've seen before. Someone has used this as a thumbnail before. Went on a bit of a tangent, right? Ooh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is great too. I think there's unlimited of these. So I think I'm just gonna get done with these ideas. I'm just making sure that we haven't missed anything. We've done this, we've done this, we've done weak men. Hamza, that's a channel. Self-improvement for quote-unquote men. I wanna look at his what the hell is this? He used to do really good thumbnails, man. Oh, there we go. We wanna show weak men. Oh, this is beautiful. I think this is way too basic, but again, thinking out loud, just showing ideas. I'm gonna stop the ideation right here. I think we have a bunch of ideas that we have to work with. We're now gonna start filtering them out, starting with this one. The reason why I don't like this one is this channel is new. My approach for handling these kind of videos are simply, we need to make the thumbnail unique or different. And the reason why this thumbnail isn't unique or different is because in 2026, I, as a consumer of YouTube, me myself, if I see a very generic thumbnail trying to grab my attention, I will know, because there's 100 other videos and thumbnails like these. So there's nothing inherently unique or new about it. I know I am a weak man. Okay, dude, cool, move on. I've seen the same old content saying, oh, you are falling behind, 2026 is your this year, you can make $1,000 with these side hustles. I'm tired of this content. Stop it. I need to watch something else. I want to refresh my mind. Hence why I don't want to use this. Same with this. I've seen this thumbnail a bunch of other times. So I'm gonna cancel these out. I do like this idea though. In the odd one out, I'm gonna delete these. These are metaphors. I don't really need to use metaphors. I don't really need to use. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. This woman is wearing a hijab. We can search up hijab really quickly. Ban hijabs. I'm trying to find any and every angle that we potentially can have in every nook and cranny so we can turn them into potential ideas. Now, one thing that you might have realized is I haven't gone onto YouTube to search for outlier videos. Yes, I did go to Veritasium, but I didn't go to search for outlier videos. That's because if I confine myself to the realm of YouTube, your videos will only reach certain lengths. I want to reach here with my clients. So I'm going to take a look at YouTube to get an idea, but I won't use it as a source of inspiration. And I'm going to do it after I have completed this round of ideation from ideas from actual posters, marketing stuff. Cool. I like this. I don't like this. I'm going to delete this. These, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I just don't like the aesthetics, quite frankly. That's it. I don't like this because this doesn't feel like the odd one out. It feels like you're being shadowed. you're under a threat. So that's not it. I like this. This will be too simple for a thumbnail. No, I like this. I like these three ideas that I will probably execute. I want to test these two out actually. These two are going to be filtered out. That's how it's going to be. Herbivore men. If we're doing a thumbnail like this, I'll need to have text on the left. Japan's. This is the final title that we were working with, real reason. With text, I'm thinking of stuff that is explicit. Thinking of text related to corn. I don't want to do that. That can lead to demonetization. So I'm just gonna skip this idea really quickly. The only reason why I'm hesitant to do ideas like this is because the audience that John mentioned, he wants an older demographic. I don't think the older demographic will react very nicely to this because these memes are more for the Gen Z era. It's for me, for people like me. I would react well to this. The older demographic, on the other hand, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna just delete these two. Again, I like this idea, but I'm comparing it in contrast with just the odd one out idea, and I just don't like it. Graph thumbnails. I'm gonna skip the maths one, just because I just had the realization that if we do this an equation-based thumbnail, this might limit our audience to people who are interested in maths, and that's not the audience. One, we're limiting our audience. Two, we might go in the wrong direction of the audience that we target. I want to keep this a very broad audience so we can get as many views as possible. And also secondly, because I don't know what the audience is. YouTube hasn't defined what the audience is right now. So I'm gonna delete these. That leaves us with graph thumbnails. I'm not gonna use this. I like these two a lot, and I'm probably gonna turn these into thumbnail ideas. So we're left with basically these four ideas that we can turn into thumbnails. And this is the title that we're working with. The real reason Japan stopped having kids. I'm now gonna think about the title, and then we're gonna formulate ideas according to it and see what works better. The real reason Japan stopped having kids. This doesn't show a reason, so I'm gonna delete this off. I like this, but we would need to change the text, or we would need to change the title accordingly. Actually, this can do pretty well. This can work really well with this. And then this, the real reason Japan stopped having kids. Yeah. If we have text like I want kids, if we turn this into a thumbnail and show that it says I want kids on the top, it can potentially work. I'm gonna execute these three thumbnails, and these are the final ideas. Now, for the past 5-10 minutes, we've just been scrutinizing and trying to find the final idea. That's how much time I'm spending just trying to find and finalize an idea. Now that we have these final ideas, now I'm gonna go over to YouTube and I'm gonna search what other people have done. This is 4 years ago. The demographic of content 4 years ago, thumbnails that worked 4 years ago won't work today, guaranteed. There's only a few thumbnails that are just timeless that will work, but this kind of thumbnail today won't work. This is boring, I don't like this. Oh, this is great. No way. If we do something like this, it will feel like an interview. I don't want to do that. Is there just videos? I would do a thumbnail like this, but wouldn't work because this is this is great. This this is just proving my point for this thumbnail. It's a graph thumbnail like this. It's a different kind of graph, but we can write, rather than here's the proof, we can have Japan's fertility crisis. That's another banger idea. And just by looking at this, and this got 1 million views, probably is 1.9x of an outlier. This idea will likely work. It's simply that. I don't see anything else. I don't find anything else interesting. We're gonna execute these two ideas, and I'm gonna show you how the final thumbnails look like. These were the final thumbnails that were produced by both Photoshop and AI. We ended up going with the AI one. It did 4.3 million views. But keep in mind, for the first 30-40 days, this video didn't perform. I'm not even joking. After just rigorous up and down A/B testing, this video blew up just by one title change. 4.2 million views. It's currently sitting at 4.3 million views actually. And my idea worked. The same idea we literally just came up with right now in the ideation session that we have. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.